Imagine waking up one day, opening your window, but instead of a blue sky, you see a pale red horizon and a sun that looks about 40% smaller than the one you're used to. There's no air to breathe, no sounds outside, only the low hum of machines keeping you alive. This isn't science fiction anymore. The real question is, what if humans actually move to live on Mars? This idea is closer to reality than ever before. NASA, SpaceX, and other space agencies are spending billions of dollars on one goal: turning humans into a multi-planetary species. But the journey to Mars isn't a vacation. It's one of the greatest survival challenges humanity has ever faced. The first problem is simply getting there. The distance between Earth and Mars changes constantly, but on average, it's about 225 million kilometers. The trip would take between 6 and 9 months through deep space, with no pit stops and no quick return if something goes wrong. During that journey, astronauts would be exposed to dangerous cosmic radiation, near-zero gravity, and intense psychological stress caused by isolation. That's why the first humans to go to Mars won't be ordinary astronauts. They'll be among the most highly trained humans in history. People capable of handling extreme pressure, isolation, and the terrifying reality that returning to Earth might not be guaranteed. Once the spacecraft reaches Mars, the real challenge begins. Mars has an extremely thin atmosphere, less than 1% of Earth's, which means almost no protection from radiation and wildly unstable temperatures. The average surface temperature is around -60 degrees Celsius. One small mistake on Mars can mean instant death. Because of this, the first human settlements on Mars would be built underground or covered with thick layers of Martian soil. Comfort won't be the priority, survival will. These habitats will be sealed, pressurized, and packed with life support systems. Every breath will be calculated. But the most important question remains: how will humans actually live there? How will they get air, water, and food? Oxygen would be produced from carbon dioxide. Mars's atmosphere is mostly CO2, and scientists have already tested machines capable of extracting oxygen from it. Experiments like MOXIE prove that this is possible. It's not easy, but it works. Every single breath on Mars would be the result of a mechanical process. Water isn't impossible either. Beneath the Martian surface, there is frozen water ice. This ice can be melted, purified, and recycled again and again. On Mars, every drop of water would be priceless. Food, however, would be as much a psychological challenge as a physical one. Growing plants in Martian soil, which contains toxic chemicals like perchlorates, is extremely difficult. Crops would most likely be grown using hydroponics inside sealed environments. There would be little variety, no fresh fruit markets, and no comfort foods. Eating would be about survival, not pleasure. But the biggest problem isn't food or water. It's gravity. Mars has only about 38% of Earth's gravity. The human body evolved under Earth's gravity, and living long-term in weaker gravity could lead to serious bone loss, muscle weakness, and cardiovascular problems. And what about children born on Mars? We don't even know if the human body can safely develop in Martian gravity. This leads to a disturbing question. Would humans born on Mars still be like us? Or would they become something different? Communication with Earth would be slow. Messages would take anywhere from 3 to 22 minutes to arrive. No live calls. No immediate help. The Martian colony would need to be completely independent, capable of solving its own problems. If not, failure would be inevitable. Psychologically, life on Mars would be brutal. The same small group of people, the same environment, the same routines, year after year. Minor conflicts could grow into serious threats. That's why space psychology is now a critical part of Mars colonization plans. So why do all of this? Why risk everything? Why spend trillions of dollars? Why leave Earth at all? The real reason isn't adventure, and it's not about escaping Earth. The truth is that relying on a single planet is dangerous. A massive asteroid, a global pandemic, nuclear war, or uncontrollable climate change could wipe out civilization in an instant. Mars is a backup plan for humanity. But let's be realistic. Mars will never be a paradise. It won't be a second Earth. It will be harsh, hostile, and unforgiving. Every day, there would be a fight to survive. The transition would happen in stages. First, unmanned missions. Then short human stays. Then a small permanent settlement. And after decades, perhaps a city. Not millions of people. Not even hundreds of thousands. Maybe a few thousand. But the moment the first child is born on Mars, that moment will change human history forever. At that point, humans will no longer be just the people of Earth. They will become a multiplanetary species. And the final question is this: is Mars truly the future of humanity, or is it only the first step toward an even longer and more dangerous journey into the depths of space?